What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Horror Fan 88 channel. I'm back. Thought I was going to do another review for another Italian horror film. I said I was going to do some more, but so far I've only done Suspiria. So yeah, let's get into it. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 1985 Demons, directed by Lamberto Bava, son of Mario Bava. Um, Now, I'm a big fan of Italian cinema, and I've seen quite a few, some of the bigger ones, some of the lesser known ones. And just from what I've seen personally, I think this is probably the most fun Italian horror film. Um, this was co-written and produced by Dario Argento as well. It's just such a great movie. Let's get into it. So, one of my favorite films of all time is the 1988 film Night of the Demons. I'm a big fan of demon films, and eventually I'll talk about Night of the Demons. But yeah, I'm a big fan of demon films, and a while back, a few years ago, I came across Demons. And this was one of the first Italian horror films that I had seen, and to me it's great. Really simple plot, so I guess we'll just get into it. The film opens up, you got this really 80s techno score, really cool. And you meet your main character, Cheryl, and she's on a subway. She gets off, and she pretty much gets that feeling like she's being watched. And then you just see this guy with this half metal looking face, and she runs from him because she thinks he's following her. When in reality, he's just handing tickets out for a screening of a new film. So, her and her friend Kathy go to the theater, which is called the Metropole, and you get there and you pretty much start to meet most of your main characters. Of course, you have Cheryl, you have Kathy, then you meet George, Ken, and then my favorite character of the film, Tony the Pimp. He is awesome. Yeah, he's just personally my favorite character, and he has two girls with him. One of them's Rosemary, and I forget the other one's name at the moment. But Rosemary grabs the demon mask, puts it on her face, and it scratches her. So she just passes it off like, that hurt. So then they go into the movie, and of course, Cheryl and Kathy hope it's not a horror movie, but of course it's a horror movie. And once the movie starts, it starts with this song, "Save Our Souls" by Motley Crue, which in my opinion is one of the most underrated Motley Crue songs. But as the movie goes along and they're watching it, you have this group of people who are searching for something. They come across Nostradamus' grave, and it has a mask and a book in it. The guy, which is the demon mask that the girl had put on, puts it on his face, it scratches his face, and he becomes a demon. So then Rosemary starts to feel weird. She goes to the bathroom, and quickly the scratch turns into this like boil, like pimple from hell, and it's just gross as shit. And she turns into a demon. And one thing I just want to say is the practical effects of this movie are great. Definitely some of the best, especially like the gross out effects. One cool thing that I noticed is in most demon films, if the demons have sharp teeth, they automatically just have sharp teeth. In this movie, however, you actually see the demon teeth push the human teeth out, and then like their fingernails start to split, and the like sharp nails come out. Pretty cool. So she gets out, she starts killing people, and one thing I noticed is these are much more like demonic zombies. Like I mentioned, like stuff like Night of the Demons. They're much more of a demonic presence, I guess. These demons are much more like they'll run after you, they'll rip your damn scalp off, bite you, scratch you, shit like that. And it's really cool. And but yeah, eventually there's just mayhem, everyone's screaming, running. They end up getting trapped in the theater, so they run back in, they block the doors to try to keep the demons out. But eventually it just turns into a full-on bloodbath, and it's really cool. Once again, great effects, and it's just, there's so much I want to say. There will be spoilers for the video because I just really want to talk about this film. Um, like I said, with the effects, one of my favorite effects is when Kathy turns into a demon. You know, of course, she's like, "Roar," but then she falls down, and then her back starts like pulsating, and then you get the amazing shot of this demon just crawling out of her back, and it looks sick as hell. And then, the movie will occasionally cut from the people in the theater to a group of punks who are driving around literally snorting coke out of a Coke can. Okay. And then they end up getting chased by the cops, and they make their way into the theater, and then they start becoming demons. But then you get one of my favorite scenes in the movie, which is actually the poster art, which is, you see the blue lighting, and then the demons coming up over the stairs. You just see the yellow eyes. Like I said, Dario Argento had a heavy hand in this film, so you will notice some of those Dario Argento style things, like especially the color palette. Like, you get your blues, your reds, your greens, and it all looks very good. And then you get to, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump to it, my favorite scene in the movie. It's just like a what the hell scene, but in the first act, once they get to the theater, you see this this knight on, it's like just a statue, but it's a knight on top of a motorcycle holding a samurai sword. And then the character George rides into the movie theater, driving over the damn seats. Then this metal song starts playing. He's literally driving around the theater, cutting demons up left and right. And it's just so badass. It's just like a bloodbath. It's really cool. The music fits in well with it. And then, once said and done, then a helicopter crashes through. Now, this is where I'll explain. Eventually, before the helicopter and all that stuff, a demon actually escaped the theater once the punks got in. And the demon scratched a cop. But then once Cheryl and George get out of the theater, it turns out the fucking place is an apocalypse now. Like, now everyone's a demon. You got cars on fire, things exploding, and it's just crazy. They get out, and then you just see this herd of demons with yellow eyes running at them. And this family's like, come on, get in. So they all get in the back of a truck, drive away, and then the credits start rolling. And this is where it gets ballsy, and it's just like, wow. So yeah, as the credits going up, you have your main characters, Cheryl and George, and Cheryl starts picking at her neck, turns around, boom, she's a demon. And you're like, what the hell? And then they just shoot her off the truck, into the movie. So the main character you're following through the whole movie makes it literally to the credits and then turns into a demon. And it's cool. It's a great movie. Like I said, it's, in my opinion, the most fun Italian horror film. If you made it with, if you've seen the movie, but if you haven't seen the movie and don't mind spoilers, you can still have a fun time with this film. And yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10, honestly. Just pure fun, great special effects, great soundtrack, all around just a really great movie. And eventually I will also talk about Demons 2. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. A lot of fun talking about this movie. Let me know what you think of Demons from 1985. I will see y'all in the next one. Stay tuned for more. Keep it horror.